Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Yuvika Wahi from Rental Scale Up, and welcome to this special interview. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Humphrey Bowles, the CEO and founder of Truvy, formerly known as Superhog. If you are in the business of short-term rental management, you probably know the name. Truvy has recently undergone an exciting rebrand. It marks a new chapter in the company's journey as a leader in short-term rental risk management. I'm really excited to speak to Humphrey about the story behind the rebrand, the motivations that drove this change, and what it might mean for Truvy's customers and the industry in general. Humphrey, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I'm really looking forward to hearing more from you. Why don't you first introduce yourself for our audience?
Thank you. It's so lovely to be here. So my name's Humphrey Bowles, founder, CEO of Truvy. Um, Look, I like to think that the three universal truths in life: factors are inevitable. We're all headed to the same finishing line. And if you have guests to stay within short-term rentals, something's going to get broken. It's just a matter of when. So this is a passion for me. It's helping property managers get the right risk management tools in place. Um, the way I encapsulate what we do is, while owners focus on maximizing revenue and guests look for the best deals, both sides ultimately care about one thing, and that is what happens when something goes wrong. And what we try to do is to harness tech to answer this with innovative, uninsurance solutions, which are all tailored to the short-term rental industry community market. That is what we do.
Excellent. And just to give a little more context to those who are tuned in, some of the features that Truvy offers are screening, like guest screening services, damage deposit services, and protection services. Of course, you should definitely go to truvy.com. That's the new URL, Humphrey.
That is the new URL, truvy.com.
Perfect. You should go to truvy.com if you haven't already to get a full understanding of the full breadth of services. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about a recent rebrand, this recent name change from Superhog to Truvy. Was there a specific moment or realization that made it clear that a change was warranted?
So the quick answer is no. It's been a long time coming. And the decision to rebrand from Superhog to Truvy was really driven by a combination of factors. I really feel that we've grown and evolved as a company. And it's also become pretty clear that the landscape of short-term rental property management has changed and changed pretty rapidly. So the challenges that property managers are facing have become more complex, and I just felt that we needed to better align our brand with the vision we have for the future. One that is more focused on empowering property managers, building trust, and I guess offering solutions that are really grounded in risk management, but also answer what guests are looking for when they are looking for choosing to book a short-term rental property. So I don't think there was a single moment, rather a series of realizations. And I just think that I recognize that in order to reflect our broader mission and our growing capabilities, a new brand was pretty necessary. And for me, Truvy represents not just a name change, but actually a more focused, grown up, innovative, and kind of transparent approach to helping property managers succeed in a rapidly changing market. And I think, in a nutshell, it's just a natural evolution that captures where we're going as a company.
And what do you think it is specifically about the name Truvy versus Superhog that aligns better with your broader mission or an evolved mission?
So there's two ways of answering this. The first one is that hog has a negative connotation, and putting super in front of a negative connotation is always going to create a Marmite name. I'd like to think about it slightly differently though, because the name Truvy has been really carefully chosen because it aligns much more closely with our core mission and values. Truvy symbolizes trust, transparency, innovation, income, qualities that are at the heart of everything that we do. And our goal has always been to empower and help property managers manage risk, build credibility, and to be in control of their businesses. And while I guess Superhog was a fun name in its own right, I just don't think it really captured the depth of where we stand today. And Truvy, it just feels more modern and approachable. And that reflects the clarity and trust that we aim to instill in our relationship with our property manager partners. And again, for me, it's about speaking to our commitment to providing intuitive, forward thinking, uninsurance solutions in a rapidly evolving short-term rental industry. So I think, it's just a step up. It's a step up, a step change, representing a new era, a new chapter for the company, one where we are really focused on helping property managers thrive by simplifying risk management and fostering trust throughout our relationship with them and their relationship with the guest.
I mean, I definitely see it for sure. I think Superhog was super memorable a name, but Truvy kind of takes that to another level. It's more compact too. I think that definitely works in its favor. And yeah, I would assume that there were a lot of negative associations with the word hog, which definitely doesn't help. But it can help build that initial sort of conversation, get the conversation going. And now there's a different direction you're taking. Definitely makes sense to me, I think. But with every rebrand, there is a challenge, right? Superhog is a really well-known name in the industry. It's been well-known since 2019. So how would you ensure that the transition to Truvy maintains this trust and recognition you've built over the years?
Yeah, so this was like the first question that we were asking ourselves when we were going, is this really necessary? Do we really need to go on this journey? And the answer was yes, we had to go on this journey. And you can't underestimate how much of a big step it is transitioning from Superhog to Truvy. And I'm just fully aware of the trust and the recognition that we've built over the years. So look, we recognize that we've worked really hard to earn our place in the short-term rental industry. It's an amazing industry. It's a wonderful industry, and we're so proud to be a part of it. And maintaining that trust during the rebrands is a top priority for us. So to ensure a smooth transition, what have we done? We've tried to be very intentional and very deliberate about how we communicate this change to our clients, our partners, and to the wider industry. We've focused on keeping the core of what we do the same. And what I mean by that is we're really focused on delivering the kind of top-notch risk management tools, screening tools, protection tools, damage waiver tools. And that comes with our commitment to empowering property managers. So the brand is an evolution, it's an iteration, it's not a departure from what's worked. And we've also been pretty transparent about why we've been rebranding and what Truvy represents. And we're trying to make sure that our clients, customers, hosts, property managers, guests, property management system partners, etc., they can all rely on us for the same level of service and innovation that they've come to expect. And we're also trying to make sure that our messaging is consistent across all touch points, reinforcing that Truvy is the next chapter in our journey and not a completely new company. And I guess the straight whiskey at the end of the day, it's not just about the name, it's about the relationship we've built and the trust that we continue to nurture. And we believe that with Truvy, we can strengthen that trust. We can provide even better, greater value as we move forward. And when we put those things together, when you layer it on top of each other, that is how we ensure that everyone in short-term rentals knows that we're moving from Superhog to Truvy because we're trying to solve that really key question of what happens if something goes wrong. And with Truvy, we believe we are that much better positioned to enable that kind of success of the mission.
You talked about delivering better value. So I think that really needs to focus on what is it that this rebrand might mean for your customers who are also property managers and hosts. A lot of these property managers will be tuned into this, and I think many of them will be your customers too. So how will this rebrand change things for them, if anything at all? Are there any, and this is kind of part of the same question, what will change, and are there any new features or services tied to this transition?
Yeah. So look, the rebrand to Truvy is definitely a reflection of our commitment to evolve alongside the needs of property managers and hosts. And it brings with it several benefits that I think are going to enhance their experience with us. First and foremost, Truvy represents a clearer, more unified vision that's focused on trust, innovation, and simplicity. Property managers and hosts will continue to benefit from our core risk management tools, guest screening, damage waivers, protection. But as Truvy, we're building on that foundation to offer even more value. And we're focusing on developing new features that will streamline operations, that will enhance transparency, that will provide more actionable insights that empower the property managers to take control of their businesses and make better business decisions. We're also going to be introducing additional features to support hosts in managing their properties with greater efficiency and confidence, whether it's through better ways of mitigating trust, with easier guest verification, or more intuitive reporting. The goal, I guess, is not just to support property managers in managing risk, but to help them build stronger relationships with their guests and ensure they have the tools to succeed in what is this, complex and fast changing industry. So I guess overall, the transition to Truvy is about making sure that property managers and hosts feel empowered, feel confident, and supported in every step of the way, in the way that they use us, in the way that they implement and execute our tools. And it's more than just that name change. It's the reaffirmation of our commitment to them to deliver the tools and resources that they need to successfully be able to identify the wrong guests and prevent them getting access to their properties.
It sounds to me that an expansion beyond risk management can be expected. Is that something you're willing to go into more at this moment, or is it too early? Or
No, we are doubling down on risk management. We are absolutely going to be providing the suite of screening tools, damage waiver tools, protection tools for both hosts and guests, for property managers to help implement to their owners, to their guests, which enable them to take more control of their business and give them more flexibility so that depending on which channel the guests are coming through or whether it's a direct booking, they are able to be in control of their business. So this is no expansion down the guest portal route or no expansion into PMS. It is a doubling down on making sure that property managers feel empowered, they understand risk management, and when it comes to how they execute risk management, it's done in the best of class way.
Exciting times. I'm sure customers existing and future are really happy to hear that. And it's exciting for the company to whatever is to come. My next question is an optional question, so you can choose to not answer it if you want. My next question is more a slight shifting of perspectives because you are now uniquely placed to answer this question. So at what point should someone who is in the short-term rental industry, largely in short-term rental management, at what point do you think it's time for them to consider a rebrand?
I will go back to my experience, okay? Because I think that's the only valid thing that I can say, in that there is no single one moment when you will go, I need to do a rebrand. I think it is a build up of many little moments that all help you to get to that decision point. It is clearly not a decision you want to take quickly. I think we were looking, I think this has been a 2-year project, maybe more, from when we started and launched as Superhog to where it became quite clear that this was just not a name that we could continue with within the industry. So once you, like, I'm all up for people being brave. I think people need to be brave. And I think that if you feel like your name is not the name that is going to get you to the level that you need to succeed in whatever you're trying to succeed, then I think you should be brave enough to go, I'm going to try and make a change in order to be better. And what we've done is to change our name to be better for the industry. In order for us to be the #1 risk management company within short-term rentals, we felt our name was holding us back. And that's why we decided to make that change. So I'm obviously all up on the side of change if you feel it is holding you back. And if it is, you only get one shot at this. You don't get multiple iterations. So we've taken our shot with Truvy, and I love where it's got us to. I love the reception the industry has got. Would love to see in the comments following this whether they agree that Superhog is a better or worse name than Truvy, or vice versa. But for me, it is going to help us accomplish our mission of helping owners answer the question of what happens if something goes wrong, and helping property managers de-risk their businesses, maybe even make a little bit more revenue, maybe even be able to improve the efficiencies of what they're doing. And those are really tangible benefits that I believe this rebrand is going to bring for us and our customers.
Excellent. So a generous dose of pragmatism with a healthy sprinkle of bravery, and I think that's what it takes. Thank you so much, Humphrey. This has been really, really educational for me, and I'm sure there's a lot for people who are watching to learn. And it is indeed an exciting time. Truvy is a immense player in the industry, so it would be really exciting to see where you go. And I, for one, cannot wait to see. Any parting words for our audience?
No, my only parting words are, if you're not doing anything to do with risk management, then please go to Truvy, please check us out. And if you decide we're not the right solution for you, please go and look at someone else, because there's this is one of the most important issues that the industry needs to tackle and get on top of. And by doing it together, we are going to elevate short-term rentals above and beyond, which is what we all would like to do.
Yeah, it does speak so deeply to this need of professionalization in the industry. It's becoming clearer and clearer that there is no escaping professionalization. So this is a big part of that, I think. I will be sharing the links to the website in the description of this video. So go check out all their full breadth of the full suite of features, and let Humphrey know, find him on LinkedIn and let him know what you think of the new name as well. And cannot wait to see what's next with Truvy. I hope you enjoyed this. Goodbye.